5 minutes for questioning.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and thank you, Mr. Potter, for being here. My congratulations and hats off to the entire postal community for the great savings and efficiency that were accomplished under your watch and with the great work with literally thousands and thousands of others. So congratulations for that. Obviously, this committee is oversight and government reform, and while we need to talk about some of the huge, massive changes that need to happen in order to put the Postal Service back into the black, I do feel compelled to ask you about a report that was brought to my attention just a very short time ago. I need to ask you about this. On March 19th, 2009, there was a report done by the Republican committee here that said, Friends of Angelo is the name of this report, Friends of Angelo, Countrywide's systemic and successful effort to buy influence and block reform. On page 38, paragraph 3, it says, fees were also waived for Postmaster General John Potter. Potter benefited from an encounter with Mazzillo in 2003. Potter was in the process of arranging a, quote, complicated, unquote, bridge loan when he, quote, coincidentally, end quote, ran into Mazzillo. Mazzillo instructed Countrywide's Kay Gerfen to, quote, let Potter know that we/CW, which I take it to be Countrywide, will take care of it, end quote. Mazzillo instructed Perry to, quote, take 1 point off, end quote, Potter's rate and to charge, quote, no extra fees, end quote. Potter was referred to Mazzillo and or the VIP program by former Fannie Mae Chief Executive Jim Johnson. In an email that was issued it was written in May 21st, 2003, sent by Kay Gerfen of Countrywide. Let me read that. It says, coincidentally, Angelo just ran into Mr. Jack Potter, parentheses, Postmaster General, and parentheses. And Mr. Potter will be calling on Friday. Angelo wanted to make sure you were given a heads up to, quote, let Mr. Potter know we/CW will take care of it, end quote. Also, per Angelo, quote, take 1 point off and no extra fees, deal a little complicated, bridge loan, ... end quote. Please let Angelo know as soon as you hear from Mr. Potter. Thank you. In light of this, I need to ask if you knew about this, did you accept the loan, and do you feel like you were given favor by Countrywide through this encounter?
Well, first, I do have a loan from Countrywide. I believe that the terms of my loan were the result of a good credit history and my financial position and the fact that I was buying and purchasing a home and putting over half of the money down in cash. And, the discussions were strictly between myself and Countrywide were all about the loan. There was no linkage to any expectations of official acts or, anything to do with a relationship with any elected officials that has been,
My understanding is the Inspector General has started an investigation. Are you willing to cooperate with the investigation as completely as possible by turning over all documents, consent to an interview or deposition with the Investigator General, investigators, and are you willing to make other people or help and assist with other people with knowledge of the terms of the loan available for the Inspector General's office?
Yes.
How much did you save by taking a discounted loan?
Again, I think the terms of my loan was consistent with my credit history.
How were you? What was the nature of you actually coming in contact? In fact, you were referred to Countrywide's VIP program by former Fannie Mae CEO Jim Johnson, correct? How did that come about?
Well, at the time, Jim Johnson was the co-chair of the President's Commission on the United States Postal Service. So Jim Johnson was working with us as chairman of that committee during that period of time.
And did Johnson indicate to you that you should expect preferential treatment, discounts from Countrywide?
No, Johnson indicated to me that because he and I had a discussion, he had overheard me having a discussion with somebody, and he basically came up to me and said, oh, congratulations, you're buying a house. I had told him that at the time of the discussion that I hadn't closed yet, that I had made an offer. And he told me that we had a long discussion about how long I was going to work as Postmaster General, how long I anticipated being in the home. He suggested to me that I consider a 723 loan. He also suggested to me that I consider using Countrywide, which is a group that provided him with a loan.
And you'll cooperate fully then with the Inspector General's investigation?
Yes.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
The chair now recognizes the gentleman from Illinois,